August 10, 2019, Jeffrey Epstein is found dead inside a cell at New York's Metropolitan Correctional Center. Official ruling: suicide by hanging. Case closed. Or so it seemed. One of the most persistent conspiracy theories surrounding Epstein's death claims he was secretly swapped with another prisoner before he died. That theory has long been debunked, but now newly released Epstein files are giving it fresh fuel. Social media is zeroing in on a name that's suddenly trending again: Roberto Grijalva. Online users are claiming Grijalva, a staffer at the Metropolitan Prison, was behind a mysterious 4chan post that appeared on the morning of Epstein's death years ago. The post suggested Epstein had been swapped out before his apparent suicide. Here's where the new documents come in. The latest file dump reveals details of a grand jury subpoena issued by the Southern District of New York just one day after Epstein died. The probe was launched under then U.S. Attorney Jeffrey Berman. Investigators subpoenaed multiple companies, including 4chan, Apple, AT&T, and Citibank, in an effort to identify the anonymous author of the same viral post. According to the newly released records, Citibank's response to that subpoena included the name Roberto Grijalva. Bank records cited in the SDNY subpoena purportedly pointed to him as the individual connected to 4chan activity. Online speculation now claims this is the same Roberto Grijalva whose statements were included in the prison's internal investigation into Epstein's death. Before the internet runs wild, context matters. The so-called Epstein prison swap theory has circulated for years. Supporters point to multiple irregularities: malfunctioning cameras, guards later charged for falsifying logs, and Epstein's fractured hyoid bone. They also cite Epstein's unusually lenient 2008 plea deal and past jail arrangements as reasons for suspicion, but officially and repeatedly, the theory has been debunked. Multiple Department of Justice reviews concluded Epstein died by suicide following severe guard negligence and protocol failures. No evidence of a prisoner swap was found. Autopsy findings, surveillance metadata, and federal investigations all contradict substitution claims. The documents do not confirm a swap, they do not rewrite the official cause of death, and they do not validate the conspiracy. What they do reveal is this: federal investigators took the 4chan post seriously enough to trace it, subpoena records, and follow financial metadata. As of now, no criminal charges have been filed linking Roberto Grijalva to any wrongdoing connected to Epstein's death. This comes as shocking new images of Jeffrey Epstein are now flooding into public view. The graphic images are part of a massive DOJ document release and come from two official reports: an FBI New York field office death investigation and a separate report from the Metropolitan Correctional Center Lieutenant's Office. Together, they include dozens of photographs taken in the early hours of August 10, 2019, after Epstein was found hanged inside his New York City cell. One DOJ-labeled file, EFTA 001-34598, shows Epstein lying on a gurney as EMTs attempt CPR. His orange prison shirt is ripped open, TENS electrode pads are attached to his bare chest, a neck brace is in place, an oxygen tank is strapped beside him with a clear tube leading to his mouth. Another image shows Epstein's face red and bloated, with deep cuts around his neck where a makeshift noose dug into his skin. Other photos document the cell itself, including a strip of orange fabric still tied to the metal bed frame. Additional images reveal Epstein's thyroid cartilage was almost entirely fractured. A second DOJ document, EFTA 0016-1494, provides a minute-by-minute account of Epstein's final hours. On August 9th, he appeared in court in the morning. His cellmate left that afternoon. According to the NY Post, an officer noted Epstein would need a new cellmate upon returning from an attorney visit. That evening, Epstein made a 20-minute phone call from the shower area. An officer dialed the number for him because Epstein did not have his PIN set up. The report does not say who he called. Overnight, 2 officers were assigned on overtime duty. At 6:33 a.m. on August 10th, a body alarm sounded. An officer told the morning lieutenant Epstein hung himself. Another officer admitted, "We did not complete the 3 a.m. nor 5 a.m. rounds." A third said, "We messed up. I messed up. We didn't do any rounds." CPR was attempted. No pulse was found. Epstein was taken to Beekman Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 7:36 a.m. Epstein was awaiting federal charges for sex trafficking of minors and conspiracy to commit sex trafficking. Authorities believe he abused hundreds of women and children across properties in Manhattan, New Mexico, and his private island, Little St. James. Now, years later, these newly released images are reopening one of the darkest chapters in modern American criminal history, with graphic visuals the public has never seen before. And the fallout is already reaching the White House, where questions about Epstein were recently thrown back at the U.S. president, triggering a heated exchange and a visibly angry reaction during a press briefing.
Yeah, what did you say? Go ahead.
What would you say to the survivors?
You are the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. You know, she's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile on your face.
U.S. President Donald Trump's temper flared inside the Oval Office, and a question about Jeffrey Epstein lit the fuse. After signing legislation to end the partial government shutdown, Trump clashed with CNN reporter Caitlin Collins, who pressed him about alleged references in the Epstein files linked to Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk.
On the Epstein files, you talked about Democrats who were in there. Elon Musk was also in there, and so was your Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and correspondence that he had with him. Did you read those new files that were published by the Department of Justice?
I didn't. I have a lot of things I'm doing, a lot of things I'm doing. I don't know. You mentioned 2 names. I'm sure they're fine. Otherwise, it would have been major headlines.
A lot of women who are survivors of Epstein's are unhappy with those redactions that came out. Some of them, entire witness interviews are totally blacked out. Do you think that they should be more transparent?
The fact that they thought they released too much. You know, I heard that.